And I guess that's all that matters when you're an orc.
Yeah.
Okay. Becky?
I am Silver Whiskers of the Squeaky Cliffs. I'm a tabaxi thief. I can't help but pocket interesting objects. And I'm quite the charlatan.
Oh, God.
Go for it, PJ. You're next.
Okay. I am Sisrath, the Yuan Ti cleric of Dendar, the Night Serpent. And yeah, I want to destroy all of reality.
And you.
Very well put.
Hashtag life goals.
And you, Tyler.
Okay. I am a Kenku, which is the humanoid bird man.
Bird man!
Although, since he is a essentially a mute and can only mimic other sounds or sounds others that create, he doesn't really have a name. At least nobody in the party has ever been able to find out what his true name is.
Ooh. All right. So, this is a fun little evil campaign, apparently, as discovered yesterday by me. No big deal.
Yes.
So, to begin, let me do a switch of music here.
Ooh, hey, hold up real quick, Phil. I gotta grab food.
Okay.
Did you grab food yet, Ed?
This is happier music.
I want...
Those first.
This is the music I want. Sort of. Actually, it was this one. This is the one I thought. That's the one I actually wanted. I knew it was. We'll wait for Thrath to return. Thrath.
I'm not going to be able to say that. I'm going to call him Shorty.
Probably.
Is he going to speak with a lisp?
I would hope
No.
the entire
Worst snake
time.
egg ever.
So, you guys want to go to the tavern?
Okay, so here's a little bit of an introduction for you. The shadow of the Grey Spire Mountains, under the watchful eye of the conifer, a cottage sits quietly. The cold air winter blows in a sheet of white that now covers the landscape. Inside it is dark and still. A workbench sits dusty and unused. A fireplace lays cold and barren. A chair sits askew and frightened. The wind whistles and blows past a door that creaks and the shutters that sway. A wisp of snow blows under the door to the feet of a creature. Its large head menacingly raises. Piercing blue eyes flicker in the dark. I just thought that was kind of fun to do. Because why not? All right, so you are all in the land of Ildabar. The landscape is full of crazy wildlife. The world is full of many different races who live in rough harmony. Though, even with that harmony, there are definitely places and parts of the world that are full of death and despair, as Sithrath understands and knows all too well. Nestled in the lower foothills of the Grey Spire Mountains, a furbolg, Tiltar Gulsti, spends much of his year working as a carpenter, making chairs, bookshelves, and hutches and other sorts of furniture for those that live in the lands of Ildabar. Once each year, around the winter solstice, Tiltari visits different villages along the countryside, handing out small trinkets and toys. and raising the spirits of those that are on the misfortunate side. Now, we join our party with their ringleader, Sithrath, who has high plans to find one person who only visits once a winter solstice. There's a rumor that he carries an artifact of Dendar that is vital to his return. So, up to this point, your party has gathered together. You've been traveling for a decent amount of time. Sithrath, you have come up with the conclusion that you need to find this guy and end him and get what you need.
Awesome.
So, we join you all currently on your way northward to the Grey Spire mountain range, and you have stopped in the small town of Eltondale. It's the last town between you and the mountains, and you are currently sit at the Foot Dragger Inn. Sorry, that's one of my good puns for the day. It's a well-received relief from the bitter cold.
Is there a fireplace?
Is there a fire on?
Fireplace.
Yes, there is a fireplace.
Is the fire on?
Yes, the fire is on. They made sure to flip the switch.
I'm definitely plugging that fireplace because I'm cold-blooded.
Yeah, it's been a bitter cold chill as you all have made your way north, and the fact that it's closer to the winter solstice than further, and
I'm half naked.
Whoa! Whoa!
Gretch doesn't wear much.
Nope.
Those barbarians.
So, inside the tavern with you are a smaller group of tavern folk than when you entered. For a tabaxi, a Yanti, an orc, and a Kenku to walk into a bar sounds like a really bad joke. A lot of patrons stood up and shimmied their way out of the door as fear of a couple of you are quite menacing and scary.
It's my boobs, isn't it?
Probably.
They are kind of hanging out there.
Yeah.
Well,
Did we let them leave?
They shimmied past you after you guys kind of walked in. It got really still and quiet. You know, like that whole like, what the heck are you doing here? Then they realized what you were, and we're like, oh no. Okay. Do you want to let them leave? You can decide not to let them leave.
Well,
right?
it all depends, right? Because
Yeah.
it says that in Volo's guide that followers of Dendar are prone to inciting terror, panic, and torture in order to feed their god. So I mean, I feel like
how would you have
trapping
liked
people against their will?
How would you have liked to have entered the tavern or the inn to serve that need? To serve that need or want?
Yeah.
Because you
I'd
probably would have ended with flair.
Oh well, yeah. I mean, I fucking rule, right? So I have this ability where I can cast. So I was able to take Chill Touch, it's a necromancy spell, and I can cast it on 2 different people at once. Yep. Because of my death thing. So what I'd like to do is when we walk in, you know, I'm like shrouded and everything, and like those piercing, like, you guys remember the Jungle Book?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The snake's eyes? Yeah. Like that piercing sort of glowing gold eyes. And I'm going to look at Gretchen. Secure the door.
I secure the door.
Okay. Gretch walks over, slams the door shut, and just puts a hand on it. Okay.
And then I look at the tavern owner and barkeep ales for my companions.
Huh?
Great ale.
Okay.
Is there much room at the bar?
There's some pretty open chairs at the bar.
Okay. Are the most prime positions already taken by patrons?
There are there's a table that's nearer the door than further that currently has 3 people sitting at it who haven't really noticed you yet. There's one person sitting in a far back corner, and there's the
What about like actually at the bar?
like at the bar.
Yeah, are there potentially like 2 buddies sitting next to each other?
There's a couple guys sitting there. Yeah, there's a few.
Great. I walk up behind two of them,
Huh?
put my hands on their shoulders, and cast Chill Touch.
Okay. Okay. That's okay. I love this game already. All right, so let's see. They have to make it's a touch attack, right? Or is it a Constitution save?
Let me look.
I can't remember. I'm looking too.
Yeah, neither can I. I'm just excited that, like, you know, they're commoners and this is going to be brutal as hell.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
For
I
real.
love being evil.
I got it.
You get it?
Range spell attack.
Oh, it's a ranged spell attack. Oh shit.
Wait, it's ranged? I thought you had to touch. Oh my god, you created a ghost of skeletal hand. That's one of the best things I've ever heard in my whole life. That's just so good.
The things you
Okay.
learn when you read your spells.
Oh man. Shut up, Phil. I had to build this on the fly. I'll have you know I got trapped behind all sorts of crap on the way home from Des Moines, buddy.
I totally understand.
Yeah.
It's been a pretty crap day as far as
I
driving
know
is
I didn't
concerned.
get to use my unemployment for good.
Darn it.
I had
Darn
to
it.
use it for the forces of evil.
Evil.
So, okay. So I have to make 2 attacks.
Yep.
Well, that's even better, though. Skeletal hands. Eee.
So true.
Can mine look like little snake faces?
Oh, of
that
course.
Kind of like lash out and bite them.
Yeah, of course. They're going to be whatever kind of.
So cool.
They just like.
Okay, so on the
scope
first
out.
one, that's 13, and on the second one, that is a 14.
Yeah, those both hit.
Yay! And I do 1d8 damage to
They're
both.
only commoners. They're only common folk.
Okay, so the first one, that's 8 damage,
Oh crap.
and the second one, that's 5 damage.
Okay. Well, as you walk up and just behind them, do you say anything specific to them as you release this with your hands out, going?
Yeah, I'll just say, seats are taken.
As your cleric hamana comes out. That's my thing for clerics anymore. As they snakes, these like ice snakes come flowing out of your hands. They wrap around the two common folks sitting there as they go. Huh. All of a sudden, there's like a snapping sound as they both turn to solid ice,
I just push both of them off of their seats.
and they shatter on the floor.
Oh, I wanted to do that.
You're guarding the door.
I know, but I want to push people over.
And the barkeep is like sitting there shuddering with a couple of tankards in his hands, and they're slightly sloshing back and forth because he's just.
Better not spill it.
The bird jumps up onto one of the chairs, perch-like,
Okay.
and mimics the sound of a tankard of ale being poured into a fresh, cold glass.
It's a weird, funked up noise. It's like a gargling.
Tyler, my hat literally goes off to you because I don't think I have the creativity to play a creature that can't speak.
We will see how it goes later on this evening, so don't worry. It could just end up being terrible. We'll see.
We shall see.
I'll just be quiet the whole night.
All right. So whilst you're doing this, the other set of people that are currently kind of spread throughout the tavern part of the inn suddenly just like as the guys that are sitting at the table nearest the door try to bolt up and towards the door.
Oh no, that doesn't happen.
Okay.
Well, I'm going to
What do you
stand
do?
there, and if they try to go around me, I'm going to hit them
Okay.
with my great axe because I have it out. I'm holding it.
Okay. So one of them tries to like runs up on you and sees this thing.
Are you sure you want to leave? Go sit down.
No, what? No, as you see part of his pants start to darken
And then I laugh. It's so funny.
as they all kind of back up and just kind of sit down sullenly.
Please, sirs, you're our guests this evening.
Okay. One guy in the far back, who's a big burly gentleman, walks forward.
Bunch of ruffians coming up in here. Get out.
I don't care about
can treat-
your snake kind.